Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Between Plays. Let's just talk a little bit about GSAT, Globalstar. Globalstar, if you've noticed, man, there was a really interesting article that just came out on Globalstar just recently. And, I mean, the stock is just being played. It's crazy. Naturally, we will have to just take a look at what's being said about it, all right? Let's just go into that real quick. Guys, not too complicated. On the bottom corner of your screen, you're going to see an icon of Between Plays there. Just click on the icon, and you can subscribe to the channel. Just click on the icon. There's a lot of work that goes into this, and in order for me to continue doing these types of things, and any YouTuber in reality, I mean, this helps the algorithms. This helps so much in what we're doing, and honestly, it makes you want to create. The more people that subscribe, it just makes you want to create. So if you want to give anything back to a person, that's any videos of YouTubers, like subscribe. Let's get back into Globalstar. Globalstar. How am I playing this stock? So naturally, like I said, the channel's created for my children in the future to be able to watch it, and everybody can take whatever they want from it and all this kind of stuff. Now, so for me, Globalstar, I'm playing it long term. All right. Naturally, Globalstar picked up a lot of importance. Now, just to go back in a little bit of history, I won't even bother doing that. We'll do that in a second or so. So, Globalstar's importance right now is because of 5G. All right. 5G is going to be massive. It's the future. There's a big. Why do you think that there's such a big play on 5G right now? Like, through Huawei, when Trump was saying, we're banning this because of all these issues that can occur, but all other governments also see signs of these things. That's why there's this big movement on which 5G is going to be used, why, who, what can be accessed from it. 5G is very powerful. If you think about it, 5G and satellites actually become aligned. So if you look at Qualcomm, this is where it gets into it. If you look at Qualcomm and its history, Qualcomm created Globalstar. Okay, there is a massive past with Qualcomm. Qualcomm, through satellites in the beginning, satellites were the most important thing that you could have. There was sat telephones and all this kind of stuff before cellular. But then Qualcomm saw an importance in CDMA technology, building a cell phone, having towers on the ground, and being able to bounce signals off of towers to loop it, so that way people can, by going from one place to another, be able to transfer tower to tower and have a signal go across that you can have a cell phone. So therefore, satellites still played an important part in interplanetary things for higher levels of, let's say, military and all that kind of stuff. But for cell phone technology, you didn't really have to go out there anymore. With time, cell phones went, into different types of technology, right? They just raised the technology levels, got increasingly more powerful. Like if I try to do LTE right now, most of the stuff doesn't even work. It's like my phone will work if I call someone, but it's like I can't use it really. As you move on and you progress, with 4G technology, you're able to do a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. But even that now is just it's not handling the amount of information that can be passed through. And when you look at through this pandemic, people being at home, people are really using their cell phones, their tablets and stuff for so much and for work. But people don't just want to be on one screen anymore. The world is evolving. More information is being compacted through a single a funnel. And the funnel can't be small anymore because there's a lot of information, so we have to widen it up. As technology increases, now we're heading into 5G. 5G has found itself in sync with satellite systems, and Globalstar and Qualcomm, just per chance, all right, can use each other's band. Globalstar can run through your cell phone now, because the cell phone technology has become so advanced that it can take on information that's even being beamed by satellites. In January, they announced that they were commercializing their band technology so that it could work with the internet. Globalstar did indeed commercialize, and of course, naturally, they went with Qualcomm, or Qualcomm went with Globalstar. Anyways, their history is, cemented. Now, Qualcomm is fucking massive. All right, I'm not going to choose my words here. They are really advanced because they went into satellites when satellites were, basically nothing in those years of and then they're like, well, we're going to create CDMA, we're going to create cell phone technology, we're going to make it massive and do the chips, we're going to do the towers, we're going to do everything that goes along with it. So Qualcomm, because of their bases, all right, create most of the chips, most of everything that's involved in your phone, all right. GSAT already had a system in place that covered most of the planet because they were in security. They were in finding people off of oil rigs in the ocean. They were finding people up in the mountains. Their satellite systems are proven across the globe for many, many, many years. They've saved many lives. Just go on their website and you'll see. So they don't have to prove anything to anyone. What they have is concrete. It exists. Now, an article comes out because of something that was announced. And I find this very interesting. And I'm going to leave you with this, and I'll tell you how I'll make my play on it. So, this is why I jumped up 40% by Motley Fool. All right? And it's because it says here, and it's just very simple. Shares of mobile satellite service Globalstar soared more than 42%. All right, Monday, first trading after CEO David Kagan appeared online at the 24th annual Birken Road Reports Investment Conference to provide a financial update on the company's historical progress and future plans. According to Kagan, Globalstar's overall revenue growth over the last 5 years has averaged about 7% per year. But the company's fastest growing division, which includes providing the Internet of Things, that's its fastest growing. So think about it. This is fairly new, all right? Because with Qualcomm, this is where the future is going. But naturally, you have to have 5G everywhere. You can try to have Internet of Things, but on 4G, it's not happening. You need 5G. This is all coming into play now for the future, right? Like I said, even the 5G rollout has been extremely difficult. 2020 showed it all. Is it going to be Ericsson and Nokia? Is it Huawei? Who's going to own it in the States? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? Verizon. Listen, it's been a shit show of who's going to have it. So, I mean, once all this is established, and then you have autonomous driving, you have your inside your fridges in your homes and all this other freaking stuff all linked through Internet of Things, all right? Your 5G, well, you're going to need these satellites, these low Earth orbits plus the ground ones. They're all going to be communicating, pinging off towers. They're all going to be in sync. So, what ends up happening is if you have Qualcomm, who fucking invented Globalstar, and then you have Globalstar there, Qualcomm takes Globalstar, which they invented. So anyways, what does it say over here? It says here that Internet of Things serves to commercial clients grew twice as fast, 14% annualized. Holy crap. Globalstar predicts that the worldwide satellite Internet of Things market that is worth $1.5 billion today will grow to $2.5 billion by 2027. Listen, that's an absolute, because the Internet of Things market right now is so small that it's a fucking tiny. It's in its very beginnings. And 2027 is not that long from now. And I wouldn't be surprised if the 2.5 billion is even higher. So, and Globalstar satellites are capable of reaching greater than 90% of that market opportunity. They actually have in place, if you look at wireless information, they have in place how the rollout of 5G should be. All right, so what I want to show you is this 6G network, all right? So, as you can see here, we have here mobile phone generations. I wonder if I'll be able to click on that after. And then you can see here the analog. And then you have all over here, okay? And here you have the 5G, 6G. So in telecommunications, 6G is a 6th generation standard currently under development for wireless communication technology supporting cellular data networks. It is the planned successor of 5G and will likely be significantly faster. Like its predecessor, 6G networks will probably be broadband cellular networks, in which the service area is divided into small geographical areas called cells. Several companies, Nokia, Ericsson, Huawei, Samsung, LG, I think it's Xiaomi, and Apple, have shown interest in 6G, as well as several countries: China, Japan, Singapore. 6G networks will exhibit even more heterogeneity than its predecessors and will likely support applications far beyond anything seen so far in mobile scenarios, such as virtual and augmented reality, ubiquitous instant communication, pervasive intelligence, and the Internet of Things. It is expected that mobile network operators will adopt flexible, decentralized business models for 6G, with local spectrum licensing, spectrum sharing, infrastructure sharing, and intelligent automated management, underpinned by mobile edge computing, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technologies. So the way I look at it's like this. With the market that it is today, all right, and this whole thing about the taxes and all this kind of stuff up and coming, there's ways of handling this. The market basically, like, whoever's president, is a change to keep the economy in a certain balance. Tax is going to 38 to 43% on capital investments and stuff like that. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. So in the future, like next year stuff, if that happens, start seeing that the stocks are going to be tanking, and maybe we can get out. But there's a certain amount of money that can be put even into companies that at this cheap of a price. Right? This is very inexpensive. All right, for someone that's going to be taken up probably over greater than 90% of the market. I put this play as a future play. I mean, it could be played. Some people can, will probably put in a ton of money, as they did probably pre-knowing on this information, or when they just found out, and then they took out on their profits and stuff like that. Or the way I'm doing it is it's in my retirement account, and this is, if it's going to be taking over, which I really believe it can actually do as well, over 90, because of Qualcomm, I mean, over 90% of the market as well. Well, I mean, this is a no-brainer that in 5 years, because, you should have 5-year plans, or as Patrick Bet-David puts it, in his book, your next 5 moves. Anyways, point is this. I put in a good 5-year plan. I like doing 5-year plans and creating goals within my 5-year plan. And for me, this is one of those 5-year plans. So we're in 2021, and we're looking at the Internet of Things being really big over the next few years. When it comes to Globalstar, I'm really looking at the future. You have 5G that's going to be opening up certain things along the stretch. You'll be seeing a lot of things that's going to be coming in over time, over the next few years. You can see 5G is going to get more powerful. Same thing will happen with 4G. 4G in the beginning, it started out slow, and then all of a sudden, 4G at the end of life now, you can see that there's a lot more things being pushed through, which will be the beginnings of 5G, and then more things will be pushed through, and it's going to get much stronger as well. And then 6G is going to be coming in. I mean, with the Internet of Things going to be being pushed in there, you look at the Globalstar in the next 5 years, I don't believe it'll be at any of these prices, especially owning 90% of the market. No way. So, do I need my money now? If I need my money now, well, there's different ways that people invest, right? Especially we could see it today. It's nothing is hidden. I mean, look at look at the meme stocks. Look at the way people are putting money in Bitcoin or in Dogecoin, and they're hoping it goes up. They're taking out. They're playing the dips and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, if you need your money right away and you want to, you can't say, oh, in long term, I'm going to keep it there for 5 years or whatever. For me, Globalstar is that company of keeping it there in my retirement account. When they get 90% of the market, well, I'm going to be looking at then and seeing who's the competitors and whatever, and see how they're doing, because I believe that by that time, this stock will not be at the prices that they are now. They'll be way, way, way more. Especially you're looking at Internet of Things, 5G. You're going to be fully immersed within all this new future world. It's going to be so important Globalstar is going to be so important. So I don't see it anywhere near the prices they are now. So I put in an amount of money that I feel very comfortable putting it in at these prices that I know that can make me a crap load of money when it gets to that point. Naturally, just because it's in my retirement account doesn't mean I cannot move it. So if it's at a certain price point and stuff like that that I find is amazing for myself, and there's competitors coming along and I feel insecure about where it's going or whatever, or if it could lose that momentum, well, I could just take it out, move it somewhere else. But I mean, at that point, you're looking at, hopefully, you're looking at it being a very, very high stock. So that's the way I'm playing this one. I put it in my retirement account. I'm not saying I'm closing my eyes, because I never close my eyes on any company. I'm always watching them and whatever. So that's my play on Globalstar. Some other people can see that it could be, gonna, go higher digits from this point, and say, well, I don't mind putting my money in for 1 year. Globalstar's got a solid base. It's got, it's been around for a very, very, very long time. It's has a great partnership with one of the world's strongest chip makers, and Qualcomm is a fascinating company within itself. Their stock is extremely high. They have a great solid base. Globalstar's got a great solid base. They have a great partnership. They're looking towards the future. They're looking to make something big. I mean, I wouldn't even feel uncomfortable putting in, if I had to, for a company like this. I could put in a crap load of money now and say, well, where will it be in a year from now or two? And for myself, for Globalstar, I am very bullish on its future. You can play it many different ways. A year, 2 years, 3 years, or 10 years down the road. Honestly, because of Internet of Things and 5G, it's going to take many years for all of this to become one unit, cohesive unit. You're talking years down the road, and you're talking about 6G years down the road. Don't forget, when 4G came out, 5G was years down the road. And even if it existed, it was still years down the road for us to be able to use. And it's the same thing from 5 to 6G. And it's years down the road. So I could have a 10-year plan and say to myself, well, for Globalstar, that's what it is. Because if you're taking over 90% of the market, there's no way you're staying at these prices. All that being said, everybody, thank you for the people that are subscribing. Hey, guys, help me get up to 1,000. I really appreciate it. In the corner, you can see an icon. In that icon, if you just hover over it, touch it with your finger, or go with your cursor, click on that. You can subscribe. And if you don't want to be annoyed by notification bells, just don't touch the notification bell. That's all, and just come on here whenever you want. But subscribe to the channel, man. It helps me with my algorithms. I really appreciate it. And I'm just going to keep on putting up more videos and more videos and more videos. And that's just not for me. All YouTubers are alike. The more subscribers we have, the more it just gives us an internal pleasure in creating. So you know what? Thank you. And always remember, everybody, research, prepare, plan, and then execute. Right? Minimize your losses, maximize your gains. That's not me. That's Mr. Timothy Sykes. But I love it so much that I have to keep it on, keep it there. And you know what? Stay strong, everyone. Stay strong. Hello to everyone out there. Just taking 2 seconds of your time and asking you to hit the subscribe and the like button. I'd like to also direct you to betweenplays.com, www.betweenplays.com, where we put up many different articles. We have 3 different writers at the moment, and we're trying to up the authors. And go to our Twitter account for really quick information at Betweenplays1, and we'll be able to get people to pre-market information and whatever comes along that is important to macroeconomics, microeconomics. As we say here, our motto: research, prepare, plan, execute. Always do your due diligence, and stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.